Hi, everybody, and welcome back. We're getting ready to conclude both our evening and our Zelda block, and we're going to be starting that with some Link's Awakening 100% reverse boss order run by the amazing Sushi Kishi.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? And I know we have the Japanese stream going as well, so I know it's morning for them. Ohayou gozaimasu.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Just to talk a little bit about the run before we get started, because I did see somebody asking in chat. I think this is what they're asking in chat because I am using the DeepL translation for the Japanese regime. But yes, this is more like a Super Metroid style reverse boss order. We're going to be starting with Dungeon 8 and working back to Dungeon 1. Kind of the same way they start with Ridley, they don't start with Mother Brain, because that would roll the credits. We've got a similar situation here where if I started with the actual last boss, we'd see the credits in just a couple of minutes, which is a category. That's its own little category that we can do, but that's not what we're doing today. We're going to be grabbing 100% of the items and going in reverse boss order. But that's not exactly accurate either. But let me get this run started and we can talk a little bit more about the rules as we get going. Are you ready to go? Ready on
I'm absolutely ready to go.
All right. I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1, go. So yes, 100% reverse boss order. As I said, we're going to start with Dungeon 8, work our way backwards through the game, and then end up in the Windfish Egg. 100%, we're going to check off 100% of the objectives. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to pick up every single item in the game. We're certainly not going to pick up everything in bounds or in its intended location. But first things first, let's get down to the beach and get our sword. And we're going to screen warp our way down there so I don't get stuck in a tree here. And screen warping is real easy. I'm just going to open up the map screen when I'm moving from one screen to another. And you're going to see it plenty. So if you're not quite catching it yet, you'll catch on by the end of the run. And when I open up the map screen, you'll see that sometimes Link will change rooms. He'll move from one room to the next, but his position on the screen won't move, and sometimes the sprites will come with me. So it's like leaving a room on the left and then entering the next room also on the left. Or in this case, if I want to go down, I can go down and fall off the bottom of the beach here. And if I save and quit and check the map screen, you can see I actually looped up to the top row of the world map there. And that's going to be really important because that's actually unlocked the, it sure didn't. I need to go back down and grab that warp zone. I need to go,
no.
Wait, did I unlock the warp? Let's double check. Because now, in my head, I feel like I used the wrong screen. But now I'm thinking I'm psyching myself out. Let's double check. I also have not as much faith. Oh no, we're good.
Heck yeah.
We're good. I just wanted to double check we had that because all of a sudden I psyched myself. I've been playing a lot of Link's Awakening randomizer, and oh my, I had no idea what the map was for a second. We're all good. First step we're gonna go through is hit into this cave, take out 1, 2, exactly 3 enemies, and grab this chest because we're gonna need money as we go for one of our objectives. I'm gonna be careful not to take out anything else on our way to the doghouse here, because if I do this next glitch with exactly 3 enemies defeated, I'll be able to go exactly where I want to go. I'm gonna go into the doghouse here, go to slide through the back wall, the side wall of the doghouse, and if you walk into the door the wrong way, it's gonna send you to a very glitched out map. Here's the mini boss for Dungeon 1. He's a little bit stuck. And here's the staircase for the back half of Dungeon 1, which is going to send me to where the Rock's Feather chest is. Now that staircase is only going to work if I've defeated 3 enemies. If I've defeated, I think 4 enemies, I can get to the staircase, and it just doesn't work. I can't even step on it. And if I enter with 6 enemies, I can go a lot of different places, but specifically 3 enemies is needed to get to that first chest with the Rock's Feather in it, and I can jump around. Hop, 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 hoppity hop. And that gets me the power bracelet. It's gonna let me pick up
walls are merely a suggestion.
These heavy objects. Yes, walls are definitely a suggestion in this category. Which is why I like running this particular version of Link's Awakening. For whatever reason, when I was a kid, I saw this glitch was the screen warping glitch was in an issue of Nintendo Power. They showcased it. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Let me go try it out. I could not, as a kid, figure out how to do it. I just couldn't do it. And then I tried to pick it up again as an adult because I wanted to do a speedrun around it, and it was super easy. So I don't know why I had so much trouble as a kid, but that's why I really got into it, because I really wanted to use that glitch that I just couldn't do as a kid. It just seemed impossible and completely out of my reach. So the fact that it was so easy is a little I don't know if disappointing is the right word, but it's definitely made for a very fun category because we're gonna be hopping around the map. We just stole items from the store. There's not a lot of Zelda games where you can just steal from the store. Our next is gonna be, it's very quick, but we'll see it again, is to do a super jump off of the wall there. We get our first piece of heart.
So how is it you do a super jump?
Yeah, we're gonna show it off right here, right after this dream sequence. There are certain walls in the game where the game's good to let you hop off the top of them. Like this wall right here. If I could get out of bounds, I can hop off the top of this wall. But if I just clip into the wall, push into it, and when I jump, I'm gonna slash away. And it's gonna let me get a jump off of the top of the cliff, like I was actually there on top. But it lets me do it from the bottom of the wall instead. That's gonna let me hop over walls I'm not meant to. That's gonna let me change the launch point of my jump, which is going to let me get to a lot of different places as well. That's going to be a very useful sequence breaking tool, and useful for getting out of bounds and getting to places much quicker than normal. And this is the fishing minigame for Link's Awakening. It is a series staple. You can go fishing in quite a few Zelda games, but this is the first time you can go fishing in the series. It's a very simple game, but the only thing I'm really looking for here is this big fish. That one right there has a, come over here, piece of heart if you catch him as a reward. I'm done fishing, but I'm gonna save and quit out of this text box, keep playing, and it's gonna let me just walk over here into the doghouse, and we can go through the front door and grab Secrecy Shell. Now this time I haven't defeated any enemies since the last time I saved, so if I sneak over here and go through the door the wrong way this time, this is going to send me right outside of Dungeon 2 in Gapongo Swamp. Save and quit.
Now I need to know, for anyone trying to do this exact category, you cannot run the DX version. It has to be the original version. Correct,
because in the DX version, the screen warping trip has been patched out, if you will.
Which sad. Fair, but sad.
That's what I wanted to do. See, the screen warping move all these flowers out the way. There's other ways to get around them, but need a little bit of sprite lag. On our way into Dungeon 2. But we're not staying here either. Please screen warp. There we go. One more.
That wouldn't be reverse boss order.
There we go. And now I've made it to Dungeon 3, but if I open up the screen, I was going to say, the game still thinks I'm in level 2. I don't want the game to think I'm in level 2. So I'm going to use a staircase. Now I should be in, level 3. I'm going to grab these boots. I do have a sword. Get out of here. I was gonna say, that's that block's supposed to move. I didn't want to move it first. All right.
Yeah. I'm not moving. You move.
Now, ideally, I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna say enough screen warps in a row. I don't usually keep count, and sometimes it's hard to tell if I've actually done it because you can see some of these rooms are empty rooms in game data. So all of them, some of these rooms are going to look very, very similar. There we go. Now I'm in Dungeon 4. This is where I want to be. Hop over here. Screen warp. One more time. Ooh. You can see screen warping's not a frame perfect trick. It's not. You've got a pretty big... Hold on. Let me grab some parts here. Hold on. For bite the bullet. One screen away from my goal. it's not a frame perfect trick, but your timing is going to change how effective it is. Because you'll see sometimes Link will move just a couple of pixels when you're moving from one room to the next. And sometimes that's fine. And sometimes, like, if you want to go through, where we go? If you want to go through a solid wall, that's kind of a problem. So the trick itself, not frame perfect. What you want to do with it might be closer to that. And I'm not going to say like, oh, everything's, you know, going through the walls is a frame perfect trick. I haven't timed it out. I don't have that nitty gritty technical knowledge of what the timing is. But sometimes it's really got to be a good one. And sometimes your timing doesn't matter quite so much. Oop. Oop. Nope.
Now here's a question. How many, since you're doing the 3-heart challenge, how many of those hearts are you going to be picking up?
It is still 100% run, so we're going to be picking everything up. Oop. But we're playing on a modified version of the game where heart containers, and heart pieces don't actually have any effect. So I still have to pick everything up. All the bosses are still going to drop their heart containers. They just don't have any effect anymore.
Oh, neat.
Let's reset. Can you... Need a screen work. There we go. There's our super secret item for Dungeon 8. It's the magic rod, so now I can shoot fire.
Who needs a sword?
Yeah, we don't need a sword anymore. You'll also see a couple of times I'm going to screen warp to parts of terrain, like this part right here is purely decorative, but it is a walkable tile, and we're going to take advantage of that because there's no way for you to get there inbounds vanilla in any way. And there'd be no reason for you to even go over there. But it lets me get back into Dungeon 8 really quickly, so we take advantage of it. I need that magic powder. I'm going to take a quick shortcut there. And then again, if you haven't caught super jump yet, again, I'm going to get a wall clip. Go. There we go. Wall clip right here. Push into this jumpable wall. Jump, slash away. Now we've hopped into the boss room. Now, fun fact, even if we weren't doing the 3-heart challenge, which we are thanks to your generous donations, donating to take this, but even if you weren't playing on the 3-heart challenge, I'd only have 3 hearts here, and this boss deals 4 hearts of damage if you get hit.
So simply, do not get hit.
Yeah, do not get hit. It is much better for you to jump into lava if you're in a tight spot. Just go take a nosedive.
Oh gosh, so you have to worry about the boss and the lava.
Yeah, but the lava only does half a heart.
Fair. My favorite of the instruments.
Yeah. 8-bit drums sounds so cool.
Right? Oh, that's so good. Okay, where are we off to next?
So we've got some errands to run before we head to Eagle's Tower, which is Dungeon 7.
Got it.
And this is usually the best spot to show off super jumps because I'm going to do a bunch of them right in a row.
That is excellent. While you're showing off super jumps, can I talk about some of the incentives that are coming up?
Absolutely.
Fabulous. So we have, like, this is our last run of tonight, but tomorrow, whole new day, whole new runs. We are going to be starting off the day with some Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar. And we have an incentive, which is called Glitch the Abyss. I got to tell you, folks, I have no idea what it means, but if there's an abyss, I want to glitch it. So I think, so we need 150 in order to meet that. One of our later runs is going to be After Image, the World Flower, and that is all endings. Another 150 for that, though we already have $5. And so why would we want to see just one ending when in fact we can see multiple, not just multiple endings, all endings. We also have the magic of Shahrazad. Gotta stumble on that one for a second. We are currently just doing any percent, but if we can get that, get our donations for that, that'll be upgraded to 100%. And I don't know if any of you folks in here have seen that game, but it is a time and a half. It is magical. So we definitely want to go to 100% and see more of it. So any donations we can get go towards those incentives, go towards supporting our amazing charity Take This, and get you entered in for prizes.
We are, picking up our 3 Mad Matter inventory upgrades here. The 3 locations are very spread out on the world map. One is over, as you can see, we came in by Dungeon 8. One of them's in the Mysterious Forest. One of them's in the very southern part of the map. But in game data, if you can just go out of bounds, they're all right next to each other, which makes sense. You can have 3 very similar rooms with very similar purposes. Why wouldn't you put them together? So using super jumps, you can hop around and just hit all 3 of these locations one after the other. Boom, boom, boom. And after this third one, we can save and quit all the way back to the first one. And continue our map hopping, as it were.
I love the map hopping. Why walk when you can just hop?
Exactly. There we go. These bats are so annoying.
Menace.
Are menace.
They're menaces.
And you'll notice I'm going to be hopping around as I do these screen warps. Well, on that one I wasn't on cracked tiles. There is a obviously a timer before these cracked tiles break and you fall through. Screen warping does not reset that timer, so I just want to make sure I'm not falling through. Final way to get this Dungeon 7 key. All that screen warping lets you skip having to do a skip around this big room and getting around that U-bend. You don't have to do that room vanilla either. There's definitely other ways to skip that room. But screen warping it is the faster way to go about it. And on our way to this next seashell, you can stop and catch a little cameo here. Here is Luigi Mario.
Hi, Ouija, we love you.
Yep. Hi, Luigi.
Best Mario brother, fight me.
That he is taking care of roosters and chickens. He's taking care of roosters and chickens in Colin Isle, and when you are finished with the flying rooster part of the game, that's where the flying rooster will go to spend the rest of the game, is there with Luigi.
I had no idea. That's so cool.
And we're going to be skipping cameos from I think it's She Signs the Photo Princess Toadstool in this game, but it's been a while since I've seen it because usually I'm always skipping it. But we will see a Super Mario Bros. 2 cameo. I should say Super Mario Bros. 2 USA cameo a little bit later in the run.
Yes, 2 very different games.
Yeah. And we actually have a couple errands to run here in the forest before we move on.
Yeah, I'm assuming most of these like screen wraps don't work in the randomizer because I think that runs on the DX version, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Sad but fair.
Now going anything where you can just like do a super jump and like go out of bounds, those will technically work in randomizer. I know nice. For multiplayer events like an AP randomizer, that's generally frowned upon. Simply because you can really just clear the game with very, very little in your pocket. You can clear the game very quickly that way, even in a randomized setting.
Yeah. But your solo games, you do what you want, friends.
Exactly. I didn't mean to be inbounds for that cave. There we go, we're good. I was like, I don't actually know what to do if I'm inbounds by accident. But no, we're all set.
You're out of bounds so much you don't even know what inbounds looks like anymore.
So now we've just to checking on the map. You can see we're not everything's connected really all that much, and that just goes to show that I really do love this game because it plays like such a big game, especially for a Game Boy game. There's so many little caves, so many little corners of the world to explore. There's so much to do. But if you can get out of bounds and slice through the map that way,
Yeah.
it's really, you can see it really is a tiny little Game Boy game at its heart. Because you can just cut across the map very, very easily. There's a Kirby and a Goomba.
Yay! Yeah, you can see some of the ingenious like programming tricks they did in order to make it work when you say it's a tiny Game Boy game. It's just so clever and, you know, gives us shenanigans.
Yeah. I don't need to hit that super jump. I can just screen work. What am I doing? There we go.
Yeah. Why super jump when you can just not...
Why do it the easy way when there's the even more easier way? All right. So we're gonna hop out to this outer rim here. Get to floor 2 of Dungeon 7. This is a very long dungeon in vanilla. You're meant to take... Oops. Where's my boots? This big old wrecking ball around to knock down 4 of those pillars to get to the boss room. But thanks to Natara, who's actually hosting right now, she found a way to just keep on screen warping through. That pillar might be in my way. No, we're good. If you just keep going left, you end up right here in the boss room fighting Mad Eagle.
Yeah, Sushi was helping me live learn this run, and I was supposed to go right as per the instructions, but I went left, and at first he was like, no, Natar, you're doing it wrong. Wait, where are you? What?
Exactly.
So make mistakes, folks. You'll find a new glitch.
You can see, if you're familiar with the game, you know this is meant to be, for lack of a better term, a 2D platforming section. I'm not meant to just have... I'm walking on the skybox, basically, which you're not meant to do. And you're not meant to have the magic rod here. So you can just take care of that boss very, very quickly, and all of his shenanigans don't really work on you when you're walking on the skybox. And that just kind of removes any threat from that boss.
We're walking on skybox. Woohoo! Yeah, jamming. This game is so good.
Yeah, and if you haven't played it before, don't worry about it. We're not going to see too many spoilers. You know, it's a speed run, so I definitely don't change off. But if you haven't played it before and this gets you interested in it, the remake on the Switch is absolutely fantastic. I love the style they used for it. I think it fits the game so well. The remade soundtrack's so good. I just don't end up... I didn't end up playing. I didn't learn the speedrun for it just because I'm kind of an old fart, and if it doesn't play like the Game Boy game, it just doesn't feel right, like in controlling the game in my hands. I just like how it's not even like the glitches and stuff. It's like when you jump, you can jump almost halfway across the screen on the Game Boy because it's such a tiny screen. So you just feel like this super athlete just flying around the screen constantly. And then on the Switch, it's much more like a traditional game. Like, you're still the hero of Colin Isle, but you're not leaping tall buildings in a single bound. It might take you a couple of bounds to do that.
Yeah, and there's definitely... I know I've played the remake. Actually, I've only finished the remake. I've played a lot of this version, though. But yeah, they're both really good. Yeah, I love this. Probably why I'm still playing Super Nintendo versions of games that are, like, modern now.
And as simple of a little cave as this is also not something I'm going to do vanilla at all. Our next stop is, of course, Dungeon 6. And we don't have the Dungeon 6 key, so we gotta find another way in. Careful. Jump, 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 jump. I think we got it first try. Nice. Alright. No, wait, yes, alright, I saved it. You need to hit that screen warp or you're actually stuck on the, whatever you call that mystical magical orb that switches blocks up and down. You'll be stuck on that in the corner.
That's sad. I think it's just a Switch. Does it have an official name?
I have no idea.
Chat, save us. Tell us whether that has an official name or whether it's just a Switch. I want to call it a P-Switch, but I know that is absolutely the wrong property.
Right. Well, I mean, it could be anything, because even the level 2 sword in this game is just that. It's the level 2 sword. It is very, very specifically not the Master Sword. And the owl that we're going to try to avoid seeing in the game is not... Is it Kapora Gamora? Am I saying that correctly? It's a different owl than the rest of the series.
It's not the Sage of Spirit or whichever sage that was?
Correct.
Got it.
Oops, wait.
Crystal Switch. Okay, yeah, and that could be it too. Crystal Switches, okay. I'm gonna trust y'all. It's a Crystal Switch. If I get told
that
I'm
does
wrong...
sound familiar.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Twitch chat told me though,
Nice.
and Twitch chat would never lie to me.
You can get 3 hits on this boss before the fight even starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you're just kind
this-
of counting to 4 between bombs, dropping the next one, and that will get you through easy peasy.
Yeah. My god, that face is allergic to bombs. Same though. I love how one of the instruments is just a triangle.
Yeah.
Is one of the cowbell?
Triangle
I
goes
can't remember.
ham, though.
Yeah, right? They know how to use a triangle.
What were you asking?
Yeah. I was saying, is there a cowbell? Because if not, there should be.
I think a triangle's as close as we get, technically, to a cow. Well, no, there's a bell, but it's not a cowbell, but it is a bell.
Yeah.
It's
You
the
know,
sea lily's bell.
Yeah, between having the bell and the, having the triangle, I think it counts. We're gonna count it. I saw you pick up the flippers, and yet I was waiting for you to go into that water. Always need more cowbell. I just love, you're right, just those weird diagonal jumps, and you're like, I can just cross so many of those, and it's just
Right.
intended. Ugh. I'm so good. No, Zora, don't attack me. We're friends, I swear. Sidon, save me.
The seashell. Oh, we're at dungeon 5, so we're going this way right now. 2 screen warps. Grab boots and a shovel. There's another seashell buried there.
Hey, you said we wouldn't see the owl.
Oh yeah, just
I'll
the
see
little
myself
owl,
out.
just little owl statues.
Little owl friend.
This is one of 2 times we're going to see a bomb glitch in this category. That tile counts as a bottomless pit for some reason, but if you drop 2 bombs in a 4-frame window, you do a bomb trigger glitch, which in short is going to make something happen, which I know is kind of vague, but on screens where there's a cutscene, it can make a cutscene play. In screens where you're supposed to talk to somebody to trade an item away, it might let you trade the item. In that screen, doing a bomb trigger glitch plays the cutscene where you trade away your fishing hook and get what in the American version is the mermaid's necklace. But we don't have the fishing hook. We just let the cutscene play. And this is why I don't think I finished the thought earlier. This is why I said it's 100% run in that we're going to finish the trading sequence. We're not going to pick up 100% of the trading items. And that is a rule that was, at least the last time I looked at the 100% rule board for Link's Awakening, it was the same thing there, where it was more objective based than actually picking up the individual items.
Yeah, you're getting 100% of the objectives. You just sometimes can skip the way you got there. Or the
Correct.
stuff you need to get there. Yeah. That makes sense.
Right, hold on. I'm gonna bring it up because I don't usually get to ask. Is it just me, or do these stones look like Yoshi's head, like from above, like from a top-down angle? Is it just me? Because it looks like the 2 little nostrils are the nostrils on his nose, His big round
Gosh.
nose, and then his eyeballs.
Oh my god, it is. And
It's okay.
Yoshi's looking
I thought it was
south.
just me, and I said one of these runs I'm gonna have to ask and see if somebody else sees it.
How could you do this to us? Sushi Kishi, we invited you into our home. You know what? I love it. I love it when people are like, hey, does this look like this? And you're like, yeah, no, I can't unsee that ever.
All right, so we're gonna solve this very tough puzzle there of pushing blocks together. It makes a small key drop down, but it's not a small key. What it is a hidden item. A hidden item in this room on the left is the hook shot. So if you screen warp a hidden item from one room to another room, it'll change to the proper hidden item for the room you've moved into.
Magical.
And then if I solve this puzzle again, since I haven't grabbed this hidden item yet, this puzzle's not solved, and I have the one small key that I need to actually get out of the lobby of the dungeon, because otherwise we're kind of stuck here. Not really, but it's a very, very roundabout way to get out of here otherwise.
Mm-hmm. And like you can follow the logic of how what you did worked, but again, it's like but why did it work? But it makes sense that it worked.
Right.
That hook shot, this hook shot always looks much more deadly. It's like there's no hook on the end. It's just a like shuriken at the end. You're just like get wrecked, and you're like, okay, I'm sorry.
I did not have boots equipped, so we did not run across that room. That's okay. Uppity hop. I am down to 1 heart. I do not want to beat this boss twice, so I'm gonna grab these hearts real quick.
Oh gosh.
I also just want to show off a little bit.
Yeah, that was great. I panicked. I was like, getting a heart, dropping in a hole. I'm sure it's fine, but wow.
And I need to hit not 1, but 2 screen warps. Good ones in a row here, because I need to go through the solid wall. That's gonna put us in the boss room. Boom. And now
I'm
we're
not gonna sing because I'm not gonna be on track.
Just waiting for RNG to be nice to us here, because I can really maybe cover 2 of these spots at a time. But I'm waiting for, let's see, it was on the other side. I'm waiting for the head to be there so I can grab it with the hook shot, which is not on B. It's on A.
It could be on B.
Good talk. I got 4 hits in, which is important because this boss has 8 hit points. Well,
Nice.
no, it will take 8 hits. It doesn't really have hit points. If I had a level 2 sword, it would still take 8 hits. If I had a piece of power, it would still take 8 hits. It's just you gotta hit 8 times with the sword. And if you're really, really lucky, you might get 5 hits in, but that still means the best you can do is a 2-cycle fight. If you do drop a hit and it becomes a 3-cycle fight, then you're really gonna lose some time. Because sometimes you'll grab a fake boss and then you can't deal any damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that could just add minutes to the boss fight because it could just decide it doesn't want to take any more damage or let you play the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no, you're hitting your head. Don't do that. Like I said, it's so fragile. Also, I need y'all to know I've reached out to the runner for for Ultima 4 tomorrow, asking what it means to glitch the abyss. It might be too late. I think they might be gone to bed for the day, but I'm so curious. I'm just like, what does it mean?
Yeah.
What does it mean? I love how they can just run into each other.
You see, there's the mermaid scale again, which I already have in my pocket. I have to put the mermaid scale in the statue for 2 reasons. 1, because otherwise the trading sequence doesn't advance to the magnifying lens. And then 2, if the statue's in the way, you are just soft-locked on top of these steps. And that's the end of the run. Because there's no way for you to get out of here after that. Well, it's not the end of the run. It's the end of the run if you save and quit. I'd have to hit the reset button on the console or the power button on my Game Boy. There we go. And then for Landmala here, the hitbox is active, again, before the fight really starts. So you can clear it while it's still underneath the sand, as long as you hit it before the text box appears.
Amazing. You just stand there and get a key. Love that.
That's
You
our
did it. You got it.
second heart finished. Which we still get the heart refill, we just don't get any bonus hearts.
Rude but fair. Our lovely folks donated for that, so we're gonna get it.
Exactly.
So how are you gonna confirm that you got all of the items? Is it just you finish the game and it'll tell you, hey, you did it, or is there a way to check before the final boss?
For most items, I'll be able to pick it up off the menu here. For heart pieces in particular, if the last one I pick up is not the fourth one, it means I've missed one. That's really the only way to tell, is to keep track when you're picking them up.
That makes sense. And to answer the question in chat, it is a mod being used to make sure, because thanks to our lovely donators, we got the 3-heart challenge. But this is a 100% run, so Sushi Kishi still needs to pick up every heart container. So to do that, he's using a mod which ensures that, yep, he's gonna get those heart containers, but they don't do anything. He went to sleep, but he was still hungry.
Yay, very unusual for Zelda Spin. We're gonna trade away our hook shot because we're actually done with it. That's usually and I mean it is a very powerful item in this game as well. We just don't need it anymore for the speedrun. We're gonna be counting to 6, 1, 2, and that one that I knocked into the pit doesn't count. The sprite has to blow up and disappear on screen to count. So that's 3. That'll be 4. 5 and 6. Because we're actually headed back to Mabe Village. Oop.
I came with you.
There you go. So if you screen warp Beast, we're back in the library. That's going to put us back in town.
Back into the kennel world. There we go.
And you can screen warp in the kennel world. I have the kind of luck where if I do so, the game likes to find a new location to soft lock on me, which is why I generally don't. Technically speaking, I can save a little bit of time by screen warping now. Here, we're in Dungeon 4, and we've already picked up flippers, so we're done with Dungeon 4. We can go right to the boss, but we're at the boss, so... Oops, no, not Magic Rod. This boss is weaker to bomb arrows. It takes a lot more hits with the Magic Rod. I guess because I don't know why I never put 2 and 2 together, but it is a water-based boss, and it would be fire damage. I just never spend more than a second thinking about, yeah, that makes sense. Deals half damage.
Amazing. Yeah, that's true. But bombs are technically fire too. It's the waterproof type of fire.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so that was Dungeon 5?
That was Dungeon 4, and you can see we're not actually, other than... Well, I shouldn't say we're not going to unlock any dungeons. We're not going to unlock dungeons we don't need. Oh, I don't want to talk over the song, though.
Nope. You couldn't see it, but I was dancing.
Me too.
gotta respect Mambo. It's Mambo. I'm gonna keep singing to the tunes as I hear them, and they will be off time with the stream, and I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry.
Be true to yourself, Tara.
Right? Be true, yeah. I'm gonna do it. I love how bouncing into things, though, just shakes the entire screen.
Oh yeah, everything. Boom.
Yeah, it's just like so big. Yeah, for such a small game, everything is so big.
I really jumped over my item there.
Yeah, so hi, bye.
Rain it all. Oh, look, I'm stuck. Look how I'm stuck in the wall. And you see, if I got a really good screen warp, I'd be on the edge of the screen and that wouldn't have mattered. And I was half a tile into the wall and I missed it. The time was off by just a couple of frames. Not a big deal, but just a good showcase of the timing of the trick being important. There we go. That's what I wanted.
I feel like using the magic rod on that bush is insult to injury, but also the right amount of overkill.
That bat. Oh, look at that bat. Look at the bat. Oh, wow. The combo. Lava combo. Okay. All right.
That was said. You're not gonna. I'm gonna stop you. This cave's out to get you.
There we go.
Yes, > I agree the bats are the most evil enemies in all video game. In real life, they're cute and adorable and to be left alone. But video games, nah. They're the enemy.
And there may be some people who have only played the remake or the DX version of the game, but the original did not have the color dungeon, the color world dungeon. So we don't have to.
Yeah, that was introduced in DX, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Birds are jerk in reality and video games. They know what they did. You can love them. You can think they're amazing. They're still jerks.
Right, I actually know where our last piece of heart is, so I know we haven't missed any of those. We're good to go.
Heck yeah. I'd be doing this like a randomizer tracker, just being like, click, got one, click.
And that's actually not a bad idea. When you screen warp, one of the things that can get shifted are items that are buried in the ground, so you want to reset the room there. And I have what is apparently the hardest 2-tile jump here to do, so I'm just gonna run over it. Because you will see, even in my PB or in my practice runs, those 2 tiles just eat me alive. I'm just not gonna mess with it. And let's take a safety save here too, because there's a couple of ways to soft lock in this cave. So if I have to hit the reset button, I want to go back to the start of this dungeon and not back to dungeon 4.
Absolutely. We've done dungeon 4. We don't want to go back there.
Nope.
Into the hole.
Let's screen warp down. We're actually going to see another familiar room. Here's the dungeon 7 boss room again. So there's another way to get to that boss fight if you'd like. Slide over here into this cave, and I think the warning's already on the screen, but if you're photosensitive, this next room is going to be particularly rough. There's a lot of flashing. Yeah. I'm just going to slide up and over, and I told you we were going to see somebody from Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, and there's our good friend Wart from the final boss fight of that game.
Yep.
Here to teach us a brand new song.
Yeah, with a skeleton friend.
So it's supposed to be a complete sprite of Wart with no skeleton in his lap and 2 of his frog friends singing. Obviously that data doesn't get loaded in if you don't use the front door. But I did see somebody asking in chat, wasn't that a leaf? Why was that, you know, why did it count as a key if it was a leaf? There's a mini quest you have to go on to get the slime key in this game where you have to collect 5 golden leaves. If you haven't picked up the golden leaves, even the slime key itself will have the same sprite as the golden leaf. So it's going to count as a key. You can see I've got it in my inventory there. But when I picked it up off the ground, it just had the wrong sprite because I haven't done the mini quest yet.
So it's another case of, you know, it still counts as 100% because even though you didn't get the leaves, you got the end result.
Correct.
Yeah, got it.
And we've already picked up the item from Dungeon 3. We picked up the boots a long time ago. 1, 2, and I missed the last one. See, I'm almost at the edge. So we'll reset the start. Need to hit 3. 1, 2, 3. One to get back, and then 2 more. Right into the boss room. Now this is just a big ol' eye. Eyes do not like being on fire, but you do still need to use boots and a sword to split them apart. Then you can switch back. That is not item combo I wanted. There we go.
I was gonna say that's fair. I can make no argument against that. I don't like my eyes to be on fire.
And here's our cowbell.
Yeah, cowbell. We know it's not a cowbell, but please, chat, work with us. It's a cowbell. Always gotta have more cowbell. Yeah.
Here's a question. It's 17 seashells. Hold on. First things first, I'm gonna do a fire rod glitch here. I'm waiting to see and hear some sprite light. And when I get that and I move over, there's no owl there because the owl's waiting there on that screen to talk to me. Theoretically, see, didn't mean to show it off. I meant to go up and not right. But yeah, see, there's an owl there. So what I'm trying to do is pause the game with the correct timing where the Game Boy is stuck on the line of code, if you will, where it has to draw a fireball on the screen. And if you pause with the right timing, the game's just gonna keep drawing fireballs until there's no more room for sprites, and it just can't handle anymore. And if you do that glitch on the edge of the screen, you can carry all, I guess, 16 fireballs to the next screen, and nothing can load in the next room. And that's not useful just for skipping the owl. There's lots of things you can skip with that. You can use the fire rod glitch to skip every boss fight in the game. Unfortunately, you won't get the drops from the boss, but you can still, like in a dungeon, you can move on to the next room and grab the instrument. But again, since you don't actually get the heart containers to drop for 100%, you can't. I can't do that for the bosses. It should be 20. All right, good. And then when we hit, when this meter fills up, it's gonna flash quite a bit again as we get our level 2 sword. And if you're wondering, there are actually not 20, but 26 seashells in the game. And again, it's another thing where we're done with the quest, so we're not going to pick up the last 6. And actually, if I go to try to find the last 6 seashells, I think they turn into rupees after you grab the sword. And for some weird reason, that room's the only room that doesn't, like, update your... Maybe not the only one, but it's one of the few rooms that doesn't update your save and quit location. So I can just reset all the way back to Dungeon 3. Which is good, because this is where we're going next. This is, close to where we're going next, I should say. I wanted to take 2 out. That's okay. I'll take these 2 out instead. 1 and 2. Three. And 3 more for, I think, our last trip into the kennel world. 2. Again, if you know the game really well, you'll probably noticed when I've entered the kennel world that it looks kind of like Dungeon 2. It's just that the graphics aren't loading in correctly. And you're right, these couple of these rooms are from Dungeon 2, which is our next stop. So I'm actually just gonna keep heading east until I see a usable staircase. Should be the next room. Yep.
Excuse me, a streamer? This is not Mario.
Oh yeah, there's piranha plants too on top of the Goombas.
Yeah.
Goombas are nice because if you jump on them, they always drop a heart. So if you need some health, that's one way to get some back.
Nice.
I'm going to try to do a screen warp, but you'll notice that I can't actually jump to line up at the edge of the screen here in a 2D platforming section, but I still want a screen warp here. Oh, and see, I didn't quite get it going. So let me think. I want to reset. This is what I want to do. We'll have to take out 6 enemies again.
Oh no, where will we find those?
Because I'd like to show off this route through the dungeon rather than go through vanilla.
We suddenly have color.
Oh yeah, I had it in grayscale mode and then I forgot to switch the colors when we load it back in. Yeah, so now we've suddenly got color.
We just got a free upgrade, y'all.
1, 2. Oops, and then I do have to wait for the sprite to disappear, so I should switch to the boomerang. That would be faster. But if you light something on fire, it's technically not dead until the explosion finishes and the sprite disappears. Otherwise, it won't count, and then you're gonna end up who knows where if you try to go into the doghouse glitch with an unknown number of enemies.
Absolutely.
Sneak around.
You're like, well, let me in. It's like we're watching a whole new game. This is magical.
Where's my feather? There we go.
We got color, but at what cost?
There we go. So I can slide on over to this room. And now you can see I'm swimming around. I'm in tall grass. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Oh, hey, that looks like something useful.
This is not where I wanted to be. Let's go right, then down. There's the boss room. We're going to slide through 2 screens. Reasons I can't really control. And then we're going to slide back up into the boss room.
The boss looks really normal, too.
You did not do... I did it again. 2 marathon runs in a row. Here he goes. Whew! It didn't want to move. The last time I ran this in a marathon, I think I touched the wall at the same frame that text box is supposed to appear, and it just soft locked the fight. But you can see even now, the game doesn't really know where I am. It doesn't know what's going on. If I like touch the wall, like the game just pauses. There's a lot going on here. So let me try and wiggle up to... Ooh, I actually reset the damage in the face of the boss.
Amazing.
I need to get up one more row. Ouch.
We have more frog here than we did with the actual frog. Amazing.
Now, if you throw the bottle out of bounds, it breaks in 1 hit rather than needing 3. And right now, everything's out of bounds because the game is just very confused. And we'll take out the boss very quickly. I can't reach that heart container from here, so I'm gonna wiggle on the side of the room again. There we go. I'm gonna wiggle over here.
We made this room hard mode.
And then swim up to the instrument.
I mean, it's a seashell. It seems appropriate.
One more dungeon to go. And again, something that happened the last time I ran this in a marathon that I haven't been able to replicate. I'm going to try to replicate here. And that's when I was screen warping down, I accidentally landed in the witch's hut. And then it sent me back to start. It sent me back to Mabe Village. It'd be nice if I could figure out how I pulled that off. and do it again. I just don't know that I'll be able to.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well, I hope
right
one day
into
you do.
I have medicine. I do not have medicine. Oh, because of that one cave where the bat and the little squid dude absolutely
No, the
potted me.
bats!
Now, let me go grab some medicine, just in case something funny happens in the final fight. I am at 3 hearts.
Oh, yes, yeah, because it automatically triggered. I remember seeing that. God.
And then
She
let's
had
see.
rats. Friend rats. We love rats in here.
Nope, see, I couldn't get it this time either. That's okay. We'll just head back to May Village the old-fashioned way. Not by screwing through the walls, of course.
Mm-hmm. That's the old-fashioned way I remember. Was that a zombie up in that corner?
Probably, yes, because we were near the graveyard.
I don't think I ever knew there were zombies in there. That's cool.
One of the few times we're going to use front door of a dungeon.
Well, second intended method in my speedrun?
Oh, dare.
It's more likely than you think.
Grab one small key, just to make that a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
You can see there is a mini boss in the next room, but you can just despawn him.
Oh, amazing. Also, Chad has pointed out that the one time you use the front entrance, and it's for Tail Cave. Amazing. Oh no! I know you from Link to the Past.
Nah, we're
Oh wow, I
done.
wish Moldorm and Link to the Past died that quick.
Yeah, level 2 sword will take it out in one spin attack.
Kinda. Yeah, even with Butter Sword, you have to hit Link to the Past Moldorm multiple times.
So that's it. We got all 8 instruments. We've got our our 20C shell reward of the level 2 sword. We've picked up all of our main inventory items. One more Alda despawn. So let's see what's left. Let's get into town first. Hold on. I want to be stuck in a tree. So we're missing one key, it looks like. And as I mentioned, we're missing one piece of heart, I should say. And then we can go to the Windfish Egg. Except all the things I just mentioned are actually hiding in this house. We head right up here to the corner. Scream up to the left. I didn't quite get it. Scream up to the left. Again. Oi, oi, oi. I need you to hug that wall there, Link. There we go.
Get wall hugging.
Sneak around the corner. So this is the first piece of heart you're meant to find in the game at the bottom of the well. It's the last one we're going to grab in this run.
Nice.
That just leaves the level 6 key. There's also in this house, hiding somewhere.
So we went. Oh, so we did level 6. Yeah, you're right. Without the key, amazing. Let's get the key for completion.
I think I gotta screen up one more time. Yeah, it's
Back,
okay.
please.
My last worry is that if this boss site's too close to the edge of the screen, sometimes the key spawns out of bounds where you can't grab it, but we're good. That
What do you do in
is
that
100%. So all we gotta do
Nice.
is go fight the final boss,
Heck yeah!
which is also in this poor woman's house.
Oh my
Believe
God.
it or not.
Well,
There's
then
actually
you
a couple
get-
ways to get
yeah.
there from here.
That lady's got to take her baby, her partner there, and run. Get out of that house. Property values are going down.
sword comes. And if you mash the bomb button on your way into the boss fight, you can skip the boss's opening monologue. I'm gonna try to find a spot here. Yep, 2, 3, boom. So if you manage to catch the boss on the edge of your sword just right, it'll kind of just go wibbly, 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 and then die. On the first phase will just die. You're meant to hit it with 3 shots of your magic powder. I don't know how intended the sword thing is, because it's kind of weird. The only thing that works on it is the magic powder, but I don't know that that's ever been documented. But like, I don't understand what the glitch would be there either. But anyway, we're on to like the Aghanim style phase. And after the first 2 hits, there's a 50-50 chance that he'll throw magic I can actually reflect. If I get the spot right, there we go. I spin dash, I should be able to just mash through second Moldorm phase here without it running around on me. Boom. All right, grab some boots. And if I were not playing on the 3-heart challenge, there's actually a quick kill you can do here as well. The problem is that it will actually duplicate the ball. Oops, I forgot there was more phase. Hold on, I need my feather. It'll actually duplicate the boss. So you'll have 2 bosses up on the screen at once, and you can escape and start the end credits that way. But both bosses will be active as you're walking up the last flight of stairs. And with only 3 hearts, I probably won't survive the cutscene.
You'll die in the credits before it's over.
I forgot I had Boomerang. Boomerang is 1 hit on this big old eyeball here, or it's 16 arrows. I was playing AP Randomizer again.
The music's back.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
And then time's gonna be when the screen fades to white, but it's gonna happen very quickly when I get to the top of the stairs. So I'll call it out. And time.
Nice.
That is it for 100% First Boss Order 3-heart challenge. Thank you again for donating for the 3-heart challenge. All that money is going to take this. If you'd like to talk a little bit more about the charity.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the charity we are supporting for this event. They are a mental health charity. In fact, one of the first supporting the gaming space. They've traveled to several conventions, such as PAX, MagFest, and TwitchCon, to reach out to the gaming community about mental health issues and via informative panels. They do a lot of really, really great work in the mental health field, and every bit that we can get to them helps keep the lights on and keeps them around and supporting us. So we definitely want to help them and help keep them going. Sushi Kishi, anything else you want to tell us before we finish up for the night?
Oh, just to tune in the rest of the week. We have so many fantastic runs still on the schedule for the rest of the week. So continue to watch. You need to donate to take this. There's lots of good incentives as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will be starting off tomorrow at 8 a.m. with Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar being run by Oregon Mike. You're definitely not going to want to miss it.
Oh, no, that's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Right? Like, they do a lot of the Ultima runs, and they're always fun. But yeah, I think this is going to be especially great. But for now, we are going to travel over to another wonderful fundraiser that's happening this evening. We're going to Alice at Wonderland Games, she is fundraising for a gender reassignment surgery. So let's go, and if nothing else, give her views, see the lovely folks who have come together to run an event for her to help. And we'll see you all bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay, raid's done.